Speaking of Charles, well, my man Charles is on his heavy D, He got his own thing. We got our own thing. Diddly 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 dee. Y'all know what the I'm talking about. Charles in the mood for love, Not the Slick Rick version. Not the Louis Armstrong version. I'm talking that Darla and Alfalfa version. Charles on that Little Rascals. I'm in the mood for love. Charles is on that Darla and Alfalfa. I'm in the mood for love. Simply because you're near me. Honey, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for love. Because at some point, he end up back at the restaurant, making eyes, looking at CeCe real creepy, According to Nikki, who's also waitressing at T-Spot. And he and CeCe make some time to go on a little date later that night, to get a little date wrap. And they go on the damn date, walking off the meal afterwards. It looked like everything is going fine. Conversation turns to exes. And she tell Charles, well, her ex was jealous, was stalking and following her ass around. And they come in close for a little kiss, All of a sudden it becomes apparent that CeCe ex still following her ass. This mofo yell out from nowhere. He like, CeCe, the is going on here? She like, oh my goodness, what is going on? I have no idea what is going on. She like, did you follow me? Like her response made me think this chick set the whole shit up. Like she liked the fact that her man, ex-man, whoever the he is jealous and be setting little date scenarios up like this so her man or ex-man can fawn over her and fight for her ass, And Charles, well, he just the latest caught up in some of her twisted shit, Motherfucker was like, CeCe, what the is going on here? Charles got on some, look, brother, it ain't gotta be like this, At Charles' age, you ain't looking for no trouble, especially nothing physical, like you don't go around looking for that shit, you too old. This mofo get to hitting Charles' ass with a right cross. Pulled it all the way back on Charles' ass. Came down on his grill like, bow! Cat tell Charles, look, I ain't your brother. He like, this chick right here, CeCe, well, she mine, player. Then he tells CeCe, let's go. Charles looked offended as a mofo when he got hit too, didn't he? Charles looked offended as a mother. And why wouldn't he be? Charles was looking like every last one of his goddamn feelings was hurt. Like, mother, what? Next thing we know, Charles hit his ass with some goddamn Def Jam Fight for New York video game shit, Charles hooked his ass, snuffed him, threw his ass up against the car, then threw his ass to the ground, like Charles' ass was going for extra points on his ass whooping. Beat the bejesus out of player ass. Avery, what they call him. CeCe in the goddamn background going, Avery, Avery. Charles had his ass on the ground going to work. I seen the Holy Ghost trying to get up out of Avery ass. Like this fight is not the Lord's. It's yours, mofo. Goddamn Charles found himself disgruntled on top of this mofo ass. Motherfucking Charles was disgruntled. Every snap Lucille ever cracked, his money situation, any bad shit that ever happened to Charles in recent times came the fuck out. Charles let all that shit out. This mother Avery caught Charles on the wrong mother day, didn't he? Wife won his ass out. Wife won his ass out. Goddamn job ain't fulfilling, ain't paying the bills. Music career ain't working like he wanted to. Like this mofo just found himself to be the next victim of an episode of When Keeping It Real Goes the Wrong. Him and CeCe's lining a mofo up ass. Charles beat the devil out of his ass. Charles beat the devil out of his ass, didn't he? I was up out of my seat like Rocky was fighting and shit. Like, yeah, Charles, yeah. Cause with every punch, it felt like Charles was getting stronger, didn't it? My man was laying there looking like the Elephant Man after Charles touched his ass up. Had that mofo looking like Sloth off the Goonies and shit. Rocky Road? CeCe was looking horrified. Now let's go back to what Avery said before that ass got mopped. He said, let's go. Like if a mofo say let's go in a scenario like that, they still connected, still seeing each other, or at least did so recently. Shit, they might even still be living with each other. We gon' see.